Order. March. Order. Oh. Reason. Order.
Pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arm. Hold. March. Order. March. 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 Order. March.
Thank you. We want to thank the Forest Park, the Darrow People Guard, coming in, the young guys have been actually doing this for us since our inception in 2015, and coming out to them for us as well. And yes, Sergeant Harris, do you want to say something about the fine runs for us? Where'd they go?
Well, we normally do this every quarter to come out and help Angela out. We are more than welcome to do it. We enjoy doing it. We try to get them out here so they can actually do it. They've been here before, so we had a little chance to walk around. But we enjoy doing this and look forward to another week.
Thank you all for coming this evening. There's been a little change in plans, but we're going to roll with it. Our originally scheduled speaker, Jen Lydek, she's not going to be able to come out and speak tonight. She gave me the option to present her slides. However, she's done an awful lot of work with these recreational reconditioning programs, so I'm going to push her back, and we're going to hear a little bit from one of our partners and sponsors, Edith, partway through the program. But I did want to let you guys know that it's been one of those interesting presentation days, from Susan having the flu to may not be able to meet here tonight, to not be able to get into rooms that had stuff. So I'm assuming from this point forward, everything's just going to roll out perfectly smoothly. And this is an engaging format, so come on, ladies, see. No problem, no problem. We usually ask people to be here by 6:45 so we can have the color guard come out about 5 till 7, and then we get things rolling at 7 o'clock. So thank you all for coming this evening. Go ahead, next slide. I always like to start my programs with a little cartoon. They're getting less funny and less funny every time I think I go to look for one, because I cannot find something that's not going to offend someone somewhere. So I can't go too political, I can't go too military, I can't go, I mean, this is about, how about if I just follow you on Twitter instead? And I'm sure some Air Force sergeant's going to be offended by this, because this is probably how he or she tracks his troops. So I imagine I'm some Air Force person somewhere with this one. And I always threaten too that if you don't like my cartoons, I'm just gonna get up and start doing stand-up bits, because I'm a wannabe stand-up comedian. So as long as these very not so funny cartoons come up, I think you guys are safe. Next slide. I want to highlight something that we're doing now. Has anybody been on our Facebook to see Military Mondays yet? So Military Mondays is something we're doing to honor our veterans in the community. We're starting with our volunteer staff, and we've honored 3 military on our volunteer staff so far. We've reached out to all our partners, so if you're a partner with us and you have veteran employees, or if you have a veteran client base and you want to recognize some of them and they want to be recognized, please email Rachel, our social media director, and she will get their pictures, she will get their story, and we'll be more than happy to honor them on Military Mondays going forward. It's just our way of saying thank you for their service, and of course thank you to our partners for hiring them and taking care of them like you do so well. The other piece that we're doing for our partners are videos. So we did 10 partner videos in another museum here in Manassas about a year or so ago, and they're about a 5-minute clip. Who in here had the videos done? Anybody that came today? Diana did, Wayne did. So we have 2 of our partners here that had videos done. And what this is a way for our partners, and I believe we contacted like the first 20 that came on board with this in 2015 and asked them if they wanted to come and be a part of this video. So we're going to continue this series. And what it is a chance for you to come down and on video, we have our videographer over here, Joey Ray. He'll capture what you do in our community, what you do for our veterans, and how you collaborate with NOVA veterans. And this video clip will go on our website under your information, and it'll also be given back to you to use however you want for marketing, for your website, for your social media. So that's another thing we like to do for our partners going forward. And if you want to see the videos, of course, just go to our website and see the partner videos that are already there. Some of the other things we do for partners, of course, is we have them come in and speak at different events. We have many events going on throughout the year. So if you're a partner with us and you want to come to one of our events and speak, please let us know ahead of time and we'll get you on the docket. If you want to go and you're looking for veteran clients or customers, then you need to be coming to our events because that's where they're coming as well. So take a look at our calendar online, and if you don't get our newsletter, we usually send one out about once a month. You can just sign up on the website and get our once a month newsletter. And of course, Facebook has everything all the time. Next slide, please. It's a little bit off on the screen. So, how many of you have been to this meeting before? Quite a few of you on this slide. I don't like to always repeat what we do and who we are. Many of you that don't know who we are yet, we have a very distinct mission of helping our veterans and our spouses. We really focus on the veterans that have a hard time taking care of themselves. We call that the vulnerable veteran population. We'll help anyone who calls, but what we're finding is we're getting a lot of calls and communication from the elderly. We're getting a lot of calls from those that are reintegrating back into the civilian community and they're looking for employment. We're getting calls from those homeless or about to be evicted, and those with some other healthcare challenges. So that's kind of what we're getting over 3 years of, since we've been rolling here. Is a lot of these calls where people just can't quite get through an application very well on their own, or they have a lot of questions, they can't navigate the system. Some of them don't even have computers. So we're really focused on that population. So if you deal with that population at all, or you know people, please remember to refer them to us. If you're an agency or organization that wants to reach that population, let us know. And in addition to that, we have, about 270,000 veterans here in the Northern Virginia area that we touch just through what we do and our partners and the work we all do in the community. Any questions about what we do at all? Now, we have some of our partners here already, and Wayne, I'll put you on the spot. Wayne's not only a volunteer with us, he's also one of our service providing partners in the community. You want to tell me a little bit about what you do and how you work with the veterans?
Sure. So I was going to say, I own a company that provides in-home care to seniors. My focus on that was, when I got started, was to focus on the veteran population. And I was fortunate enough to find NOVA Vets. And what NOVA Vets allowed me to do is try to find veterans to help veterans. I find that if we're in a home with veterans, they don't want to talk to people that are just a layperson. They want to talk to somebody that understands what they're going through. So that's been the connection that's helped me with that and being out in the community. I can tell you the benefits of being part of NOVA Vets is fantastic. Partner videos, they're great. I have one that's on the NOVA Vets site, but it's also on my own personal site. So the time that we provide and goes into the organization and people we help, really the rewards are phenomenal.
Yes, and it is one of those, it's like you get what you put into it too. If you want, as much as you want to be involved and part of what's going on, that's just how exponentially it'll help you, your business, the veterans you may be trying to reach, the veterans you may be trying to employ. So we have some partners that have come on board and have never come to a meeting or out to an event, and we reach out and we're like, this would be perfect for what you're doing. I'm not even going to mention that, you're doing this, you're doing employment. This is where a lot of veterans will be coming because we know that they're new into the community. And if you come to these and be part of it, then you're going to pick up on those veterans that hopefully that you're looking to meet and to work with or to employ. Next slide, please. This is just called our Veteran Quality of Life Cycle. Basically, we help a veteran or a spouse through any service or resource they might need. That could be healthcare, it could be employment, education, fitness, arts, and recreation is really big with us. We have a lot of that. That was going to be our focus this evening, was that recreation piece, especially for those that are wheelchair bound. We're gonna expound on that in our next May meeting. But we have so many services here, Northern Virginia resources, for those with challenges, for veterans that just want to get out and be part of another veteran family again. We have organizations that want volunteers in addition to ours. So Habitat for Humanity, Project Mindahouse, they're looking for veteran volunteers to help with some of their projects. So there's a lot of ways to engage if you're a veteran in the community and you haven't yet and you want to. So when we get through helping someone through whatever it is they need, we circle back around and say, hey, do you know about Red, White, Blue? They're a great fitness veteran organization in this area. Hey, do you know about Habitat for Humanity? They're always looking for people to come on and build this home for a veteran. And let them know that there are things out there they can do, because ultimately what we want, our philosophy, is to get them to come back after they're feeling good, their quality of life is good again, and join and come back to the community if that's what they choose to do. Next slide, please. So some of our new partners, Soaring Spirit Yoga, they are a veteran-owned yoga company that started up. They have veteran-focused yoga groups in Manassas, not too far from here. Their event schedule is on our social media and our calendar as well. They have specific, I think they call it vet yoga. So they give discounts and they give free classes as well for veterans to get them started. The emotional health, the quieting the mind, the meditation, that all comes into that a little bit too. So if you feel, or if you know someone that you think might enjoy learning how to quiet their mind and meditate, maybe get into some of these yoga poses, feel free to point them in that direction, let them know what's out there for them. Some free trials. Emerson Clinical, they are doing a sleep study for veterans. That can be veterans with PTSD or just sleep issues. They're called Emerson Clinical. They came on board with us wanting to find veterans that had issues sleeping that might want to be part of their study. It is a pharmaceutical study with Lexerol, which is a muscle relaxant that they're doing. And one of the number one issues I know with PTSD in veterans is sleep. And if you're not getting good sleep, then there's a lot of things that could be going wrong with you throughout your life and throughout the day. So Emerson Clinical is on. Hawkins Construction. So who in here is familiar with HUD-VASH? Heard of the VA HUD-VASH program? I know Rich Nagel. Yeah, Rich Nagel knows HUD-VASH. Those with very low incomes can take part of the VA program called HUD-VASH. And there's many things they can get there. And one of the things they can get is accommodations for their home. We had a veteran call us about a little over a year and a half ago, I think now, needing home accommodations through HUD-VASH. Rod Calkins is an approved VA construction company, and they will go in, they will do the work, and then the VA pays them. So that's how that works. She also needed some driveway repairs, so Rod Calkins worked with Prince William County to get the driveway work so she could come in and off the driveway with a wheelchair. So these are just some of the few cases that we've helped work with over the past year and a half, and things that if you don't know that they're there, you don't even know that you could utilize them, or you could refer a veteran to us that could utilize these kind of services. Biofeedback works, again, another service for veterans, helping with traumatic brain injury, post-traumatic stress disorder. Anybody familiar with biofeedback and how it works? What is it? You want to explain? I'm going to put you on the spot. Have you ever used it? I've used it before, not in a clinical setting, but I've used it to relax and things like that.
Yeah, it is basically helping you track
It monitors what's going on in your head, so when something goes going on in your head that you don't want going on, it will help you notice that and then readjust those thought patterns. So you don't really act in the same way neurologically. If you react some way with a thought, your body reacts as well. And that gives you heart palpitations, anxiety, all kinds of sweat, all kinds of we have a lot of initiatives other than our main mission, and I'm not going to get into reading this, but I will show you some pictures like taking pictures rather than, next slide. This was on Veterans Day, the Hilton Performing Arts Center. The Hilton Performing Arts Center is one of our partners, and they do some fabulous initiatives for veterans in music and veterans in the arts. This was their Veterans Day celebration, and we had an elementary school that did tons of beautiful little thank you letters and cards for veterans. We probably had stacked about 150. And this was a Girl Scout troop that was there, and the Girl Scout troop would take these cards and run up to someone and say, "Hey, are you a veteran?" And if they weren't a veteran, they'd be like, "Oh," and they just kind of walk away with the card. It was really kind of sweet. But they would find all the veterans that were coming in there and giving them these cards, and they were so appreciative. The Girl Scouts loved it. The veterans were in tears most of the time when they were reading through those. So it was a very sweet program. We hope to do it again. And if you're involved with any schools and they want to do things for veterans like this, let us know, because there's lots of avenues, and they just enjoy it so much. So, Biketoberfest. So Biketoberfest is not just for bikers. We had our first annual Biketoberfest last year at Warren County Fairgrounds in Front Royal. It was such a huge success. We had live music, we had great food, beer, tons of vendors came out. Tons of bikers and their families came out. We had a moon bounce. We're going to have face painting this year too for the kids. I guess for the adults too, but the adults cannot go on the moon bounce. I think there's a size limit on that. So our next one's 29th of September. So if it's usually gorgeous weather too. So if you ride a motorcycle or you just want to come out and hang out, it's a great family event on the 29th. Veteran Suicide Prevention Mental Health First Aid is a program that we offer. It's usually free. What we're finding though, we may have to ask for a donation, because if we give stuff for free, sometimes people will show up and actually attend. So after about a year and a half of doing this, we may start charging a $20 donation fee. This class is very, very good. If you have not had any type of mental health first aid training before, it teaches a lay person that doesn't have any clinical background what they could do if they ran across someone who they thought was potentially suicidal, very depressed. This one's focused on veterans. They have general ones, but this particular mental health first aid is focused on veterans. It tells you what to do, what not to do in case of this situation. It gives you resources to use, and it actually gives you permission. Sometimes I know you may feel like, oh, it's none of my business. I know this is a coworker, but I don't really want to get into her business, so I'm not going to say anything. This program kind of brings to the forefront, gives you permission. Yes, it is okay. You do want to reach out. If you think there's something amiss, you can reach out, and this is how you do it. So those will be on the calendar here coming up as well. We usually try to pair the mental health first aid with documentary viewing, not at the same time. We usually do a viewing. Project 22 was our documentary that we showed in the last year and a half. We're actually looking for another military documentary, so if anybody knows of a good one, let me know. This one was motorcycle guys driving across the USA, raising awareness for PTSD and the struggles with that piece, and then all the great health resources for it. Well, I want to find one that's more family oriented and what the military family goes through. It's great to show civilians. We usually have a lot of veterans showing up for these documentaries too. Sometimes we'll have it at a restaurant or a brewery. Sometimes we'll have it at a college campus. So it just kind of depends. But it's a really great way to get the community involved in what we have gone through as a veteran community. Honor flights. Who in here has ever been to an honor flight reception, either with a motorcycle? So what is an honor flight?
An honor flight is basically started off with transporting World War II veterans from across the nation into the district so that they could visit the memorials erected in their honor.
And so when they fly in, they'll fly into Ronald Reagan or Dulles?
They'll fly into both of those to include BWI.
And BWI. So I'll be them in one of these honor flight receptions.
Well, there is a link in a website that DC, Reagan National Airport puts together for honor flight that allows you to get passes to go to the gate. So you can actually go up to the gate and greet these veterans as they come in off the planes. Or you can wait, and as they come through the airport, going out to the buses that they get on, there's usually there's cheerleaders, there's bands sometimes that are playing,
Lots of fanfare.
and local fanfare, and helping, and then there's a bunch of ugly old bikers outside usually that are greeting them, and then seeing if we can't give them some kind of an escort.
Where they're going. So that's when they come in. When they leave, they have these swing dancers come out as they're leaving after their long day. And after their long day, you see, I don't know why these ladies and gentlemen don't want to swing dance, but normally they watch the swing dancers do their thing, and they have either the 40s music on or the 50s music, kind of depending on the generation that's departing, and you give them a nice little send-off. So we have these on our Facebook calendar too, rolling around. So if you ever want to be involved, it's open to everyone.
I'd just like to mention that we started off the honor flight system with World War II veterans. We're running out of World War II veterans very quickly, and now we're moving more to Korean War and Vietnam. Okay, so it's amazing. We're still getting some 90-year-olds that are coming in. There was one gentleman that greeted him as he went to get on the bus, and he just looked beat up, just terrible, in a wheelchair. I found out that he had checked himself out of the hospital that morning because he was not going to be denied that trip. He was not going to be denied. He was going to go.
Was it an Army guy?
I ain't saying.
So this honoring veterans in assisted living facilities, this is a program that Vetus Healthcare and Hospice started up, and they actually invited us too. So if our partners want to do something for veterans and want to invite us to help progress these programs and honor the veterans, please, or they just want to start something, they don't know what to do, let us know. What we do again on Veterans Day is they go in and they honor the veterans in the assisted living facilities, and it's one of the most heartwarming things I've ever done. I didn't have a chance to do it this year, but I did it last year. And they go in and they play all the service songs, and they stand out and they honor these beautiful men and women that have served our country. These are the community projects and things that we really want to be involved in. We don't want anyone to be forgotten. There are some great military assisted living and retirement homes out here, but it seems like in these ones that are not specifically military or veteran, they can kind of be forgotten. Sometimes they don't have family coming around, and they just love this. In fact, we want to get cards for this as well. We want to get some elementary schools to donate cards for this program as well. So part of the solution, I always say we don't have problems, we have solutions, and we can work towards filling these gaps and needs for our veterans. The way you can do that as an individual, if you're not an individual member for $20 a year, you can be an individual member with us, you can get invited to these events, you can do things, participate, and give back when you can. If you're a business, and you do something specifically for veterans, or you have a component that works specifically for veterans, then you can absolutely come on board as a service providing partner with us. And what that means is that you sign an agreement with us to work together to support the family and the veteran with this holistic quality of life mission. And your piece is what we train our support service officers on to take the calls on how they can coordinate care with you and the veteran. So that's called a service providing partner. Then of course we have corporate sponsorships like any nonprofit would. We have events like Oktoberfest, for example. We're looking for corporate sponsors if you want to be that for Oktoberfest. We probably had close to 900 last year. We're going to do over that this year. I know it's our biggest event right now of the year, and that's on the 29th. We need certain sponsors and corporate sponsors. Caliber is already coming on board to be a shirt sponsor. Curtis is back at Caliber. You'll hear a little bit more about that when we go around the room. If you want your logo on the back of our very cool, I think the design is going to be like a World War II nose art design will be on the shirts on the front. Logos will be on the back. So if you want to be part of that very cool shirt, you can let us know. And then of course we're always looking to build our board and our volunteer base. Some of our corporate sponsors from 2017 House Masters NTC CCI. And then we have Vetus, Healthcare and Hospice that I mentioned earlier. Vetus is here tonight, and they are not only a corporate sponsor, they are a partner. And they have a very specific program that knows how to deal with veterans that are going into hospice and how to work with them. Deborah, the director and CEO, she was going to come, but I know she was stuck in traffic, so I believe Rosa.
Actually, just texted, she's parking.
Oh, she's coming, so we're going to give her another minute. That's a good Rosa. And they're going to tell us a little bit about, you know, what they do specifically for veterans. Third-party fundraisers. So this was an interesting thing. We're going on our third year of being a nonprofit. This is the first nonprofit that I've run. I have my own individual consulting business, but this is the first one, a charity business that I put together. I'm bringing on people. I brought on people that are much smarter than me in this world, and we've learned a lot. But what I didn't know is that people were going to be contacting me, businesses and banks and schools, and saying, hey, we want to raise money for the veterans. We want to do something for the veterans. How can we do that? And what I found out was this is called third-party fundraising, where a business or a school or a Boy Scout troop can come and say, we want to do this. Just give us some marketing materials and some information about your organization, and we're gonna have a bake sale to raise money just for our local veterans here. Or next slide, we're going to TD Bank called and said, hey, we want to raise money for you. 3 weeks in November around Veterans Day, they put signs up in all their local banks, and they raised about $19,000 for us. And they came to us, and I was like, what, you just want to give us money? I'm like, sure. So it was fabulous. And what I realized is like a lot of organizations just want to figure out a way on how to get back. They have a group, they have an initiative, they want to do certain things, they want to do certain things for veterans, because we have a real large veteran military community out here. A lot of them have moms and dads and brothers and sisters, and they just want to figure out a way to give back. So they're calling and saying, how can we do that? So next slide. So what we're doing is developing, oh, this was really cute. This was our last meeting. This is a third-party fundraiser where the Manassas Scott Baldwin School, or the Manassas Elementary School right here, called us and wanted to do a jeans fundraiser. So they're raising money for our nonprofit, and if the teachers gave enough money, they could wear jeans to school. So, and that was the deal. And those little guys brought in about $900 for us, and this is them giving us a check at the last meeting. I'm very, that's their little board there, their little board of directors that were up there. It was very sweet. So yes, next slide. Some of our other partners and affiliates too. Next slide. So the third-party fundraising piece, what we're going to do is just build a toolbox. We'll put it on our website, so if there's an organization or a group that wants to do something, they can click on it, fill out an application, and then they'll get everything they need. They'll get a checklist on what they can do if they don't know exactly what they can do, and they'll get marketing materials and information. And we should have that up probably for the next couple of weeks. And it's a fun, new, exciting thing for us, because I never thought about third-party fundraising until they started calling me and saying, hey, do you want us to raise money for you? It's like, well, we don't have to do anything. Yeah, all right, we can do that. So we're going to, is Deborah? Yeah. Oh, here we are. So before we go around the room, which is what we do at every meeting, Vetus was coming in tonight to, one, present us with a check for their corporate sponsorship, and I was just talking about your wonderful Veterans Day program with the assisted living facilities, and that you're not only a corporate sponsor, you're a partner with us. So Deborah, if you'd like to come on. We don't have a microphone. Oh, no. Yes. No, we didn't discuss that, did we? Yeah. But we will, yes. They gave us the check already, but we still wanted to thank them at this meeting for this presentation.
Yeah, it was, we really were very happy to have been able to have done a donation. I understand there's a lot of work we're doing to reach your program, even larger, being able to do a lot more outreach in a more coordinated fashion. So we were very happy to be able to make that donation. For those of you who don't know, Vitas Healthcare, we're the nation's largest hospice provider and life care. And we have a nonprofit arm to Vitas Healthcare. It's called the Vitas Community Connections, VCC. And it collects donations. It's a vehicle by which VITAS employees, patients, families, and local community entities, businesses who would like to donate in appreciation for the services that the loved ones may have had for VITAS. Donations go to our nonprofit arm, VITAS Community Connections. And then VCC is then able to help our local communities because then we're able to donate back. We donate back to nonprofit community organizations such as the Vets Association, which we're very pleased to do. We also do, these donations also help patients and families. We help them with bills if they have a difficult time paying, sometimes we're covering rent, home repair. We fly loved ones to come and see their loved one for a final time. We've done things like lift chairs for patients, and when we have some of the last wish, sometimes that funding can help with some of that too. So it's a wonderful nonprofit part of VITAS Healthcare. So with that is what we use to make a donation. And I know you mentioned our vet program. I'm not sure. I have a few things I'd like to say about it. I'd like to go over it again. Just a couple of things I'm pretty proud of. We are the National Hospice and Palliative Care Association has a We Honor Vets program. And several years ago, we achieved their highest level in partnership status, and we're very proud of that, and we maintain that. And that's got a lot to do with the things that we at our program level do in the Northern Virginia community with our outreach and part of partnering with the Northern Virginia Vets Association. That's how we extend more of that, educating our staff and our volunteers for identifying veterans of the population, and then providing them with excellent hospice end-of-life care and services. So I want to share with you, in the last year, about 12 and a half months, we admitted 258 veterans to our service. It's a pretty big number. And we have 52 that we are having the privilege to care for right now. Half of those are in Prince William County. The age range that we've had, our youngest is 54. And in this period of time, we had 3 wonderful veterans, aged 100 and 202 of them were 101. That always gives us we look at that as like, wow. And sometimes we were privileged to be there for a birthday, 99 or 92. Most of our patients are in their 80s and 90s, and they're from World War II era, Korean War, and more recently we're seeing more coming from the Vietnam. Our admissions team, we train our admissions team to be sure that every one of the patients being considered for our service, we screen them and ask them about their military experience, because that's the way that we quickly identify that they're a veteran and what some of their needs might be. It can be both their healthcare needs, it can be some unique health-related issues, as well as does their family need some other things, other resources that we can offer, or we can put them in contact with other resources, and that's really where our partnership with you comes into play, because oftentimes we're tapping into that. We have a veteran liaison, Rosa, who's something many of you may know, but she can stand here. She's our veteran liaison, and she'll check in with about 10 to 15 vets in our assisted living and nursing homes a month, and she's going in there and she's making visits with them, seeing how they're doing, presents them a certificate of thanks and appreciation, and we have lapel pens. And as she's out and about in the community, if we're identifying that patients or families are needing some information on hospice services, we have a Veterans 101 benefits presentation that we can give, and that's another way that we're also identifying what else they may need, and we tap into our program. So in 2017, we conducted over 20 Memorial and Veterans Day events. Most of them were held in our assisted living facilities, our nursing homes, and I think the most recent one, Prince William County Memorial Day, we worked together in your pictures.
We did.
Oh, up there? Okay, wonderful. Moving good. Sorry I missed that. Traffic, guys. And then we had a really wonderful time. This first time doing it, I think, this year, was we organized a group who participated in the Arlington Cemetery.
Arlington was that,
That was up there too?
No, just those pictures.
Oh, okay.
But we participated in the lane and the race during the
Yeah.
Christmas holidays.
Yeah, that was wonderful. We're going to do more of that. And then I guess you mentioned, the little honor flights, that we did 2 of those, and we're hoping to do some more of those. They're just wonderful. So, I wanted to share that with you and let you know how many of our wonderful veterans that we're privileged to care for every day.
Deborah, you're a veteran.
I am. Yes. And in fact, did you guys introduce? We introduce our new. We're going to. Okay, great. Because then we'll find out another veteran.
Yes.
Thank you.
Go ahead and scroll back past my slide. So thank you, Vitas. And I know one of the stories that I heard too from these wonderful Vitas workers was that there was a gentleman that didn't have his military medals. So they did the research and they got those medals and they got those to him before he passed. He was able to either give them to his family or be buried with him. I didn't know the details after that, but just that's how deep they will go in to try and help, help the veterans. They have a great training program as well for all their employees to make sure they're up to speed on what a veteran is and what they can do for them. So again, thank you, Vitas, for being part of our community. This on the right is Dr. Susan Leidick. She was the one that was going to speak tonight. She does have the flu, but this is one of the programs that we're supporting her with, and it's the Wheelchair Rugby Program out of Fairfax. And she needs volunteers for that as well. They have to get these, I think they're all gentlemen right now, these gentlemen out of their chairs into these sports wheelchairs, and it takes some heavy lifting. So she's looking for people that can do some heavy lifting with her to help out. So if you know someone that would want to participate, it's a great program. You get involved with a lot of additional games and sports when once you get in touch with Susan and doing these things she does. We'll leave it there because we're not going to get into her pieces now. But please come back in May. I believe it is the 3rd Tuesday in May, and I'll have to see which day that is specifically, but you can put that in your calendar. Also, our November meeting is our partner celebration. That's our catered affair here. So that's a really great one to come to as well. So, and that'll be, last time it's when the young little elementary school kids came out. It was the Tuesday before the Thursday of Thanksgiving. And they were literally running out the door to go to their Thanksgiving, wherever it was they were heading. So this year we're going to have our meeting not the 3rd Tuesday, but the week before, and that'll be on our calendar. So I don't like things to conflict with Thanksgiving and holidays and things of that nature. For those new people here, what we like to do is go around the room, and this gives our attendees and our partners and our community business people that have come in to learn about us to get up for a moment, say who they are, if they're a veteran or not, what they do for veterans and their community, and how we can support them in that business or in that veteran support mission. So because Vitas had their presentation, I do want to move on, and we'll do the 2 Vitas employees that are here, and then we'll go around the room. So please.
I'm Troy Atkinson. I just started UPass a couple of weeks ago, and I have the privilege of working with Deborah and Riza. I've been in healthcare 21 years. 16 of that was with McKesson, doing IT systems in hospitals. I'm a 10-year Air Force veteran, and when I graduated college into the Air Force, and all my kids were going to the Air Force.
So you were probably offended by that cartoon.
Not at all. I just ignored it. I just ignored it, but I'm very happy. So I'm the director of market development. We're looking forward to expanding our program with the military, and very excited about that. So thank you.
My name is Rosie Concepcion. I've been with Vitas Healthcare for 3 years. 1 year as a veterans liaison. Love what I do in my role in helping veterans and citizens in the community. I come from an Air Force family, so I got a support Troy there.
Yes.
But I've been with hospice for more than 15 years in total combination, so I have a great passion for what I do and love being part of that community. So there's anything I can do for you.
Thank you. And so we'll start by round. Carol, I'll go ahead and let you start.
Good evening. I'm Carol Stewart. I'm actually a volunteer with Nova Vets, and I've been doing that for